What's going on? Welcome to Holland Vibes. You got that guy named Jay.
And Kiara.
And Jay.
Yeah, you see the midget in the background. Anyway, so we want to make a quick video. We just finished making like a 20-minute video for my channel that I'm probably going to break up into 2 separate videos. But we want to talk about money and marriage. Money and marriage. This will probably just be, it's kind of hard to really talk about it as a whole in the length amount of time that we're going to try to attempt to talk about it. But we just want to brush up on it. We'll probably revisit this subject at a later time. But, so like, okay, so boom. From my opinion, I don't know the statistics, but I'm pretty sure it's not far. I'm pretty sure the majority of marriages end up in divorce or separation or just any type of negative destination because of... Bear with me one moment. Can you sit down, please, sir? It's 10:30. It's 11 o'clock at night. You running around here like you crazy. Sorry, had to go in dad mode. Anyways, see, when he sees us over here on this phone, he think that he can just go and get away with any and everything. No, sir. I'm gonna shut that right on down. Anyways, back to the subject. I feel like a lot of marriages don't end well or end because of money. I think money is the thing that a lot of marriages struggle with, either the lack thereof or the management of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just to speak on us a little bit, I think we struggled with the lack thereof even before we actually got married. We struggled with the lack thereof for a while. We've been together since 2011. We probably struggled with it until 2016, maybe 17. Even now. I think the struggle from 2011 or 2010 into 2016 was the lack thereof. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think the struggle from 2016 to now is the management of it. Yep. And I think a lot of that is because, once we both always work. She's had her gigs, I've had mine. Sometimes she would be working, I wouldn't be. That's only been once. Sometimes I would be working, she wouldn't be working. But like, we didn't really start making what I consider good money until I came into trucking. So when I came into trucking and we started making more money than what we were used to, we just weren't accustomed to it. Because again, like we said in a previous video, we both come from families where money management is not... I'm gonna pause this right quick. All right, we back. Yeah, so had to go be dad. She had to handle business. I don't know where we left off, but I'm gonna just pick it up like this. Our money management sucked. So much so that we got in a lot of arguments, and we still do from time to time, because we would put it like this. Let's say we both get paid on a Friday, right? Let's say my check is $1,000, and that's lowballing it. Not trying to flex, but... And let's say she made $1,000. Let's say we both made $1,000. $2,000 altogether, right? That's really low. Let's go a little higher. Let's say $3,000.
Yeah. Let's
say $3,000 on a Friday. Mm-hmm. By that next Wednesday, we may be down to like $1,300. And then it's just like... Because what'll happen is, one, we still have separate accounts. We working on getting joint accounts. We've messed up. I've messed up our credit. I've messed up our bank account histories. It's majority me. I mean, she ain't innocent, but it was majority me. You know what I'm saying? She's following my lead. But, so we have 2 separate accounts. And what'll happen is, every time we spend money, we not communicating with each other.
Yeah.
So what'll happen is Sunday, I may think we got $2,500 left, and I ain't spent none of my money, or the money. I shouldn't say my money. I haven't spent none of the money that's in my account, but she might spend another $1,000. No, that's a lot, but I'm just over exaggerating. She may spend another $1,000 on something, and it'll on her account, and won't tell me, and not because she's trying to hide it, but just because spur of the moment. It may be an election. She may pay the electric bill early, pay the rent early, because despite what people may think, it's okay to pay your bills early. But so she may pay a couple bills early, just so we don't have to worry about it last minute like everybody else does. And I'll go and I'll say, hey, how much money you got left? And I'm expecting her to say $1,300. She may say $300. And then me, being me, emotional, impulsive, whatever, I'll snap like, yo, what you mean? Because even though I haven't spent any money, I may have had plans that I've been putting together in my head that I haven't been openly communicating to her about. So, for example, I may say, let's just say the car need 4 brand new tires. And I'm like, okay, if I spend this $500 on these tires, we should still have X, Y, Z. And then let's just say Tuesday, I'll go get those tires, but I don't say nothing to her. Same way she didn't say nothing to me. Not because we trying to hide anything, but just because not spur of the moment, I don't know, we got bad communication skills. And then Wednesday will come and we divvying up the money, and she didn't realize I didn't spend $500. I just realized she spent $1,000, not $1,500. You know what I'm saying? So those are some of the issues that we will run into with our money management and communicating, that I think people should know about. If you're gonna be married, you have to move as one. It's just not a cliche saying. You become one. You have to move as one. It is pivotal. There is no other way of doing it. There is no my money, her money. There is no, my bills, her bills. Yeah. I mean, I know people who do it like that, but I know for us, that's just not a productive way of doing it. Because then it becomes a situation where, let's say, because a lot of times I make more than her. So I may have more extra money than she might. Like, she may pay her bills and I pay my bills. I got $2,000 left. She got $300. That's not trying to play her nothing. I'm just using that as an example. She holds her own. Don't get it fucked up. But so it's just you just leave room for trouble when you do it that way. You know what I'm saying? And we just recently came to the understanding that the money that I'm making isn't enough because of our long-term goals, short-term goals. And I think what happened was I got so complacent and dependent on her money because for the longest it was just me. And it's like, damn, she making this. Okay, so I can, instead of continuing to raise my level of standards, like, okay, let's just shoot for the moon. It's just like, you know what? These clouds okay. We ain't got to shoot for the stars. The clouds are okay. And what happened is that we done got to a point where it's like we not making as much money as we could be making.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To give you an example, right now I'm probably making, I haven't made over $1,000 in 2 months. Whereas if I make the right moves in the next month or two, I could be making over $2,000 a week. For those who don't believe me, if you ain't a truck driver, do your Googles. It's possible. I'm just not just throwing out numbers that sound crazy. That's what you really can, like, the difference in that's the difference in driving in a slow port and going OTR and training or leasing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get into those details because y'all probably won't understand. Anyways, do your Googles. Or go follow me on ThatGuyNamedJay, which probably a lot of y'all came from there, so go follow again or whatever. So, 9 minutes in. Yeah, so that's just, you talk. I be doing a real bad habit if I just talk, and she don't say nothing, so she talk. Go talk. I ain't saying nothing.
Where'd you leave off at?
Bad communication with our money.
I just think that we got to the point now is just where We know where we're going wrong. We still be messing up sometimes, though.
We're human.
But it's gotten way, way better to the point we know that what he's making now is not enough for what we want to do.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with what he's making now.
Yes, it is.
So not for our plans. For our plans,
it is. But see, that's the thing. That's the problem that
everybody else.
That's the problem that we ran. That I know I ran into. I can't speak for it because we ain't talked about it that much. But it's just like it's a mindset thing. So for you to say, "Oh, it's nothing wrong with that," for anybody, no. For us, yes, there's something wrong. Now, for the masses, what we making, people will kill for what we making. Mm-hmm. But because we have bigger goals, bigger aspirations, bigger dreams, it's not enough. It's not even close. You know what I'm saying? We've gotten too dependent on the luxury that we have. Like right now, we live with her mother-in-law. Not because we have to, because she just came with us.
My mom.
What I say?
With her mother-in-law.
Oh, with my mother-in-law, her mom. Man, look, they're all the same. And, like, we don't need her here, but it's nice because it's like it allows us to save extra money. You know, group economics, if you will. And what's happened is that we've gotten so used to the money that we don't have to spend that it's almost become a hindrance because it's like, you know, if she up and leaves next month, and we got to take over all the bills, it will probably be a little struggle because we've gotten so used to half for the bills. You see what I'm saying? Whereas, you know, before, she could stay, go, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's why she came, because she knew that we didn't need her, but if she wanted to come, she's more than welcome. You know, and I wanted to get back to that. I don't want it to be like, hey, you staying, you coming, you staying, you coming. And now we stressing because we don't now. What she does dictates our situation. What she does will affect us heavily. Whereas before, it's just like, hey, whatever's easiest for you, moms. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a little bit of example of just like money and marriage, man. Like communication.
It's never my money; it's our money.
That's a fact. Big facts. Unless it's my money, then it's just my money.
No.
Nah, though, but for real, because it's just like, I'm telling you, like, and then a lot of it too is just like, a lot of people, unfortunately, are just in financial situations that's outside of their control. You just don't make enough money at your job. You don't make enough money, you know, and if that's your case, then I apologize. The best I can tell you to do is try to find a better situation, or at least start striving towards a better situation. People be out here trying to tell you money don't buy happiness. I say bullshit. Poverty don't either. I'd rather be a depressed millionaire than a depressed homeless nigga. Just keep it a buck with you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, money don't buy happiness, but it's one of the main causes for divorce. So you tell me, what's the common denominator there?
Some people don't get divorced, so they can't afford the divorce.
That's a fact. Some people are in relationships because they can't afford to be single.
Yeah.
It's not that they can't afford a divorce. They can't afford to be single. It's a lot of people that are living together, got kids together, only because they cannot afford to be by themselves.
They used to say it's cheaper to keep them.
Yeah. So they're not, because you can't afford to separate. You can't afford the money to pay for the lawyer to go through the court shit. You can't afford to live on your own. And you damn sure can't afford to be paying no child support or alimony. Mm-hmm. And that's sad, because there's a lot of people out there like, there's a lot of people that's out here that have been married for 20 years, 30 years, or 5 years, and what he eat? What he got? Lord, this dog eat any and everything. What are you doing? Well, I'm about to go choke my dog out, so I'm playing. No animals will be harmed in the making of this video. Lord, that's all I need is animal control knocking at my door. Our door. I have a huge problem. We're gonna make a video about that. I have a huge problem with saying "ma." Like, if she don't say nothing often, but I don't know why I have that issue. I'll say my money, you know, my house, my car, you know what I'm saying, my dog. You know what I'm saying? I really gotta break out of that. I think that maybe that's a subconscious thing. I don't know. That might be too deep. Anyways, as always, stay safe, stay positive, productive. God, family, love. Thank you. Leave comments, ideas for other videos. All that. Gone.